Hi, my name is Cameron Carlson with AnimeLocation.tv. I'm here at Matsuricon with a gentleman that makes me crack up every time, Mr. Ian Sinclair. How you doing?
I'm good. How you been?
I'm good. So it's been 3 years since you and I got the chance to talk. I was here at Matsuricon 2016. How have you been in the last 3 years?
I've been well. I've been doing simuldubs. That's what I've been doing. That's been my life now. That's what I do now is simuldubs. All the time.
The blinking eyes was the key clue to the simuldubs. So a really great hit show that I fell in love with after talking to Aaron Dismuke was Nambika being the main guard, keeping those boys in their cells. How much fun was it to work on that show and really show the darker voice that can come out of you?
Come out of me, yeah. Well, since I have been in a hit show, Nambaka being the main guard, keeping those boys in their cells, it was a lot of fun to work on that show. And I was really able to show the darker voice of me, and it came out.
And have Marissa Lentini love you for that?
I'm not going to just reread all your questions. No, dude, that was a great show. One of the really fun things about it was that they really didn't explain to me what was going on with the inmates. They would just tell me, like Hajime, so they broke out again. And I would then go rage and yell at them and shove them back in their cells. But because of that, it's been a really interesting experience for me having fans explain to me what was going on. Like, oh yeah, that time that they broke out and they did that. I'm like, that's how they broke out? Oh man, of course they did. And because of that, I was able to have a very, there was an emotional separation in a way for Hajime and all that. And so that was part of the director's choice to just tell me what I knew, and I loved it.
I say because I think Aaron also wrote and directed on that, so it was.
Did he write that?
Yeah, he wrote it too.
Great job.
Yeah. Show another.
He's great. Aaron Dismuke is great. Aaron Dismuke is great, and is a fantastic actor and director and writer.
So. The show we didn't get to talk about last time was My Hero Academia and your Mezzo. How was it like going into that show, knowing that now on top of that having a potential 4th season and a second movie coming out? What's it like going into that?
Didn't know any of that. We had no idea. There was just going to be a simuldub show called My Hero, and we all auditioned for it, and we didn't know. Nobody knew that would be what it was. So no, it was an audition like any other, and then the response to the show has been the crazy thing. But no, it was a show like any other. When you do the simuldub season, it changes the kind of it's one of the things you do, and it's just it was a fun one.
Well, the 4th season's coming out shortly, so we'll hopefully see you there. Now, a movie that you and I both love was The Book of Atlantic. You got to direct in it and play your very small bit in the beginning. What was it like knowing that this is potentially the last time we're going to see this cast of people potentially on camera or are we doing some more? I don't know if we're doing any more. Are we doing anything past Book of Atlantic?
Does that mean no more Black Butler? Why are you saying no more Black Butler? Why would you do that, Cameron?
It leaves off with a cliffhanger, but you're the man who controls its destiny.
No, they don't tell me these things. They eventually sometimes call me up and go, hey, man, you want to do Black Butler? And I go, oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Please, can I direct it? But no, they don't tell me these things. Why would they tell me to them? I am an actor there, and I come in. I am a contract worker who occasionally gets the privilege of talking in a little booth for them. That's the extent of their relationship with me. They're all lovely. Everybody in all departments I really like.
I'm speaking more from the characters. This is potentially one of the last times we're seeing them on character.
That?
Well, because it ends with a cliffhanger.
I'm not saying it's potentially the last season of My Hero.
Because we already know 4th season's coming out in October.
Well, the 4th could potentially be the last one. Tell me, Cameron, how does it make you feel that this could be the last bit of My Hero?
I don't watch.
You should be watching.
All right. Now, another hit show that was simuldubbed was the time I got reincarnated as slime.
I played Zoe. And how was that working on the show? They give you the questions. It was really good. I really like working with Clifford Chapin. He's a really good director to work with. It was a lot of fun. It was a real pleasure to work with him. I'm working with him on Dr. Stone right now. Yeah, Dr. Stone's a lot of fun. And Clifford Chapin, he's really great. He's Bakugo in that show that you are convinced is going to be canceled. And he's also in Black Butler, which is... No, why would you say it's going to be canceled? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Well, so
I want more Black Butler. I want tons of Black Butler. I think Black Butler deserves. The manga keeps going. It's great. I don't know why you would say it would be the last. Okay, good. Because we don't know these things. And sometimes you go on an interview and be like, so apparently the mangaka has said that your character is going to be slaughtered in a minute. And you're like, oh, okay. No, Soe was a lot of fun. Clifford Chapin's really fun to work with. He's a good friend of mine. I really like it.
yeah, because I heard his how he got his audition. It was really cool. Now,
Oh, yeah.
Flaming Lips, anyone? So a fun title that I totally got roasted on Twitter for that you were in was Recovery of an MMO Junkie, playing opposite Mr. Josh Greeley. I'll tell you in a minute. What was it like? What was it like doing that show, knowing that you and Josh actually used to be roommates together when you first started your careers all the way back in 2008, 2007 when you guys were roommates, right? Because I interviewed you in 2009.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no, that's when we lived together. I mean, how was it for you watching it, knowing that we were...
So I picked up on it right away because of how you called him princess throughout most of the show. And you're
the OVA where he actually is dressed like a princess.
Yes.
We were like, we've been calling him that. We did a princess. We just kind of threw that in there because it was hilarious, and then they put him in a princess outfit, and it was awesome. Yeah, no, it was great.
No, I recently bought it. I actually bought the show. I watched it. The problem is I only knew Terry was in it. And she's the one who recommended it to me. So I was like, all right, Terry's really pushing this. I need to watch this. And then the best part is I totally forgot both of you guys when I was on my Twitter, like promoting like the show. And everybody's like, dude, you totally like Mike Wazowski, like half the cast. So like Twitter like totally grilled me over that for like a good like 3 days.
Twitter. Come on, Twitter. You know you ain't got to be like that. You know how you get sometimes. That's why we don't hang out as much anymore.
So my question mark is, how much fun was it to actually play off each other and then know that dynamic in real life too?
You use the truth. Use that truth that's inside you about how you communicate with them, and then you just say it like you would to your friend, and it was very natural and very fun.
That's what I'm getting at. Like I picked up on the fact like when you called him princess, it totally sounded like this is the two of you in your room when you guys were living together, like just being total like bros to each other. Then I talk about women. Going on dates and stuff, like how your character razzes him throughout most of the show to go with Terry, you know? And then of course you're like, if Josh, you ain't going with her, I'm getting her now.
I don't. Here's the thing: is I generally shoot to be like one of those super like positive like friends and all that.
You turn it around
thing is with Josh, we have this like brother dynamic where we're both like, and because of that, it just kind of comes out like Josh is the only person I'm really like that with. That and except Chris Rager. I like to pick on Chris Rager because you've met Chris. He is a large man who could like kick my butt real easy. And man, playing with him and like poking him and making him just giggle. He's like, "What? You're like a nice guy to people?" I'm like, "Yeah, I try to be." And he's like, "Oh, I thought you just like making fun." And I'm like, "No, just you." Just him and Josh are my friends that I play with.
So, going into wrapping things up, what shows can you talk about right now that fans may or may not know is coming out that are not behind a pesky NDA wall that are currently available?
You should be watching Dr. Stone from Funimation Productions and Fire Force and How Heavy Are the Dumbbells That You Lift. That was funny. You watching that?
I need to.
It's funny. I get to narrate on that one.
So, on camera, I will tell everyone I prefer to buy my anime than to stream, only because I know how the streaming contracts work, and eventually they're gonna, if things don't go right, they could say, hey, we're no longer going to put it on our service, and then it goes away. Now, lucky enough, Funimation's a cool company, and they work very hard to keep all the titles they get on their streaming platform. I personally prefer to buy, because then the nice part is then I get all the nice DVD and bonus features, like in Gangsta, which I love that interview you guys did in the booth talking about how you made sure that the accents were right, how they made sure that I can't remember the gentleman's name, but about how he got his deaf right, how he made sure that he wasn't offensive, and on top of that he talked to other people that were from the deaf community to make sure that he did. I like getting that information through buying my anime, so that's why I buy anime. And on top of that, I buy it legally, and I buy it through the right sources, through either Funimation.com, Amazon.com, rightstuff.com, and BestBuy.com is where I buy all my anime from, because they're all legal, they're all sourced, and on top of that, I know that it's going back to Funimation rather than a third source party that then sold it through the streaming service.
That's awesome.
Hey, I know business.
That's really great. Thank you. No, seriously, it does matter. I was actually talking in a panel today. Someone was like, "Well, what about this show?" And I was like, "Oh, cool. You like that show?" They're like, "Yeah. Why don't they dub it?" And I'm like, "Have you ever bought a DVD of it?" And they're like, "Nope." I'm like, "That's kind of why we don't have it." People got to buy it for them to keep making it, and so it really does matter to us. And we all like, "Hey, man, thanks. That's really kind of you."
Well, I also am one of those weird people who waits years before a series is fully done, and on top of that, I make sure they get in one full complete box set.
Oh, I get that. So you can binge.
Right. Yeah. So like it's when I bought Gundam Wing, the full complete Blu-ray DVD collector's box for $175 from Right Stuff.
That's good.
And I binge watched the entire thing over a Christmas break once, all 49 episodes plus the movie. And I now have collector's pins, collector's books, collector cards, and everything in a nice shiny big box.
That's awesome.
But buy it legally. Those were some of your shows. It's some of my shows. Now we're going to finish things off with, where can we follow you online? And any message you'd love to give to all the wonderful fans that are watching right now.
I've already done the meat one, haven't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
And you touched my teeth last time?
Oh, did I? Oh, no. I love it, getting interviews with you. You can follow me online. I rarely post at Ian Tweeting on Twitter.
Yeah,
and
a little quiet.
I in general.
That's your own choosing.
You know, here's the weird kind of thing, and this is a very not nerdy thing. I got really hard into ultralight backpacking.
Really?
Yeah. I've been going outdoors for the last year, and I have a bunch of pictures of it or whatever, but weirdly, the part of me that looked online or posted or did any of that just traded into I want to go on and find out what the newest, latest backpack is. And Dyneema composite fabric is amazing, and it is. I have a DCF cubic fiber tent that is so cool. So I've been doing that, and I've just not been online. I also have I think it's called Ian Sinclair Voice Actor. It's an Instagram page that I have literally never posted to. And other people, including Funimation, have posted it and tweeted at it and done that. And I don't know how to Instagram. I'm a simple old man. I read out loud for a living. I can't get these newfangled. I don't know. So, good luck.
What would you like to say to all the wonderful fans that have given you support over the last 10 to 15 years?
The only thing that's worthwhile in this life is to do good for others. Everything else is just kind of self-serving, and that's fine. But at the end of your life and the end of the day, do something else. And the only real other thing that's worthwhile is giving back to others and doing positive in the world. So if you can do positive, do it.
Ian, thank you for your wonderful message, and thank you for coming out and hanging out with me again. Thank you so much. The giggles are always great with you.
I like doing giggles. Yo.